Alrighty, so let's say you're in the market for some really cheap land in North Carolina, or anywhere for that matter. You could use these same steps, but let's start on Zillow. Now, Zillow is one of the most basic of all platforms. Everybody knows how to use it. We're going to put North Carolina into the search bar. We're going to go ahead and make sure we're only targeting land, and then we're going to go ahead and see what we can find up to $10,000. So we go ahead and our price points there. We go from 0 to 10,000. Now we just want to start exploring and see what's available. So right off the bat, we got 1 acre for $3,000. Let's see what's going on with this acre here. Always be sure to check the descriptions, because a lot of times if there's HOAs, the HOA fee can bleed you out on deals. So you can want to kind of go through, read everything. So we do have a HOA on this. Not loving that $3,000 a year there for the HOA. So we're going to keep on exploring and see what else we could find. But we're taking note on it. So those are listed for 3, quarter acre lot for about 10, little baby lot for 8, quarter acre for $5,000. Now, as I go through these, I start pulling down the cities, the size of the lot, and what they're listed for on the retail. So if you're on Zillow, pretty much everything that's listed there is the retail price. You will find wholesale deals on here, but overall it's going to give you an idea of what they want as a retail price point. So let's go ahead and cut this back to 5,000 and see what we got. There's that one for $3,000 we just looked at. Yeah, almost 5 acres for $2,500. Here we go, something that might not have an HOA. We got almost 2 acres for just under $5,000. Nice open land there, some trees around, blah, blah, blah. All the stuff we look for on these cheap lots. So if the retail price is $5,000, what I would do in a scenario like this is I would check a couple other listings to make sure they're all listing for $5,000. And that's been sitting on the market for a while there. You see, it was been sitting for over a year. In a red hot real estate market like this, that's a little bit of a red flag. We want stuff that's going to sell really quick. But that's not to say we can't flip deals there. What I would do, if I liked what I was seeing, I would send out 1,000 offer letters to out-of-state owners that had property there, and I would just offer everybody $500 and see who would say yeah. Because if my exit price point is potentially $5,000 and I could take these things down for $500, I know I could flip them for $2,500 fast. I would come in as the wholesaler. So that would be my strategy like that. And like I said, to find these things, we're just going to kind of explore around Zillow first, see what's going on. And then once we have a list of these particular properties in certain areas, I like to do a double check on actual land investment platforms. So this is where we're going to go ahead and search out the city and state on places like LandWatch, Land and Farm, Land Central, Land Flip. We're going to kind of go to all of them and just make sure the data lines up. Zillow says they're worth $5,000. What are they selling for or listing for on these other platforms? If everybody's listing them for $5,000, okay, great. $5,000's the number, but it might not sell fast, as we had just seen in that last listing there. So that's when I would say, okay, I could sell it for $5,000, but what if I sold it for $5,000 with 100 down and 100 a month for 60 months, getting $6,000, but creating a nice easy payment plan for the end consumer? I bet you I could sell them really fast. And if I was making offers at $500 a pop, after my cost of marketing and closing costs, I'd probably be into over $1,200. That is well worth the return and investment I would get by structuring it like that. So this is what I do when I'm searching out new areas. I like to see what's going on in a state, and I'll just check all the different cities within that state to see what's popping, and I'll narrow it down to a handful of them. Then I'll start sending out offer letters once I have data that I like. But it's just a matter of starting, scrolling. And one of the cool things about Zillow as well is if you just wanted to test an area, you could buy one of these cheap $1,000 properties or whatever. And what this will do is connect you with the listing agent. So you'll have a real estate agent on the ground for you, and it will connect you with a title company. So you could use a title company when you do more aggressive offers, like I was saying. So you just buy a cheap property, or even that one for that almost $5,000 for 2 acres. You purchase that outright, you take a little bit of a loss. See those listings right there for $1,000. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. But you just purchase one outright. You meet the local agents. You meet the local title company. Now you have everybody lined up. Now we start making offers, and really aggressive offers, and we have everybody to sell them outright for us. We have the people to close them for us. Or if we're doing our seller financing, we just structure that, and when we're paid off in full, we still have the friendship with the title company in that area, and they'll go ahead and do the transfer for us. So if you stuck with me this far, I truly appreciate that. It means you are interested in getting land ridiculously cheap, and we have a program coming out showing step-by-step how to buy land really cheap as far as how to find the deals, how to source the deals, how to make offers on the properties, how to connect with wholesalers. The list goes on and on. This is going to be like probably 20 plus video modules showing you exactly how to handle all that. And that will be available in about a week. So if you're interested in that, drop a comment down below. You can just say interested in the course. It's how to buy land really cheap, covering all the angles on that. So I truly appreciate you tuning into this. Thank you so much. Holler with any questions, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.